Yeah. Hello.
From about 1930, 1940-ish. Another storefront, another front picture, and then the original workers inside. Johnny Koontz, the original owner, is one of those.
What do we have here, Kobe?
That picture there is a picture of Johnny Koontz, and then another pictures of the shop and a brief article about him from 1928. So since 1906 is when it started, it goes back a ways.
Look at the vehicles on there. Very interesting. So we're going to begin the tour. We're going to walk around and follow Kobe. We're going to let you lead, Kobe.
Let me take a brief pano and look over there at those windows down that wall. They're the same windows that are in that picture you just looked at.
That's amazing. That's incredible. Oh my God.
They said they cannot hear.
You gonna go in here? Okay.
Well, there's our service truck for doing remote work, logging, field work.
So you actually go on site, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we'll go out on site.
So if someone has some kind of emergency, what kind of things might you do when you're outside? If someone calls you and like, oh my gosh, what kind of work might you see when you go out?
Well, a broken piece of equipment of some sort that just be too heavy to be hauled or just too awkward. You know, Steve went down to by landlords last week and worked on you guys have seen the great big boulders that have been going through town.
Yes, what is that?
That's jetty rock
Oh my gosh.
Columbia River. But the equipment that loads that stuff is huge. And you can't just run that down to Koontz and get it fixed. So Steve went out and repaired the bucket
Wow.
on the giant loader that's loading it.
That's amazing. So where are we going to go next, Kobe?
Well, we'll just look at some big lathes. That's a lathe, that's a lathe. And this is actually this big long thing here in the middle. That is the pump, or part of the pump, that sucks the water out of the river for Coquille's water. So
Kobe,
it's
I
gonna get
wonder,
fixed.
can we turn that radio off? Is there any way? Okay, let's do that.
I have to go do it.
Oh, well, we're going to talk amongst ourselves. We'll talk with Glenn while you go do
When you
that.
go do that, I'll go shut it off.
Okay, great. So, Glenn, what is the lathe? Tell us what it is.
Well, it's a piece of equipment that basically put the work into it and it'll spin around and then you have your tool post and you can carve metal off of this to whatever diameter or if you're the various things. Cool thing about the lathe, it's the one piece of equipment that could basically make all the necessary parts to make a new one.
So how did you get interested in welding? Did you learn to weld from your parents, or did you just like to work with your hands?
I like to work with my hands. Most of my welding experience kind of originated from Rosewood Forest Products.
Oh.
I was a mill apprentice there for a little while. And learned a lot from the guys there.
So you can actually work on a job and gain some skills and then take them to another job. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
It sounds like that's what you're saying. actually learned some skills when he was working for Wilford Horse Cars. What does a high school kid do?
What's high school kid do?
If they want to work in, look at these, the machines and everything, they're just overwhelming. But I want to do this, what should I do? I'm in high school.
If you're in high school, you probably want to learn how to do hand skills. You want to learn how to weld. I mean, if you can learn some machining stuff just to get the basic idea, that's good. But you really want to learn just hand skills. The first thing you're going to do when you come in here is clean the floor.
That's really important to learn.
That's the first thing you're going to learn, and then you're going to start cleaning the machines, and you're going to get familiarized with them because you're cleaning them. They might not be on, but you're going to see everything about them, and yeah, that's where you start.
So we have high school students that might be listening, and if they have questions, correct, Annabelle, they can ask. So if you are a high school student out there and have a question, or maybe you're a parent of a high school student, go ahead, because we have the expert right here. So clean up. There's a lot to clean up here, isn't there?
There's a lot to clean up.
This is a big shop. How big is this shop? Big, very big.
Big, yeah, I don't know the square footage.
Okay, well, let's continue our tour. Where are we going to go now?
We'll go around to this drill press over here.
Oh my gosh, look how big this place is. It's like a maze, right?
It is amazing.
Look at this room. There's every single thing. You
So-
have a lot of tools here,
So
Toby.
when everybody thinks of a drill press and thinks of older things as well, this drill press is about 1927.
We've
So
been
if you can
around.
imagine what the cars look like in 1927, but this really hadn't changed. Like one today would look identical.
Tell me what a drill press is and does.
Well, this one is a big one, so it'll drill a small hole or a big hole. So you can use a drill bit.
Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that, Annabelle.
Or a drill bit that big. You just need to be careful when you use one that big.
When you say be careful,
It'll break it because it's so
Oh.
big. But it'll run this just fine.
oh,
Yeah.
so, and that goes through metal?
It'll drill a hole in metal.
What
We
about-
probably got a smaller one over there we can turn on and give you guys an
Oh, that would be great. So what about safety gear? Do you have to have safety gear when you're, like, this seems like if something might break, what is that like?
No, it's, I mean, you run your basic safety glasses,
Okay,
but really it's not that violent.
but you do want your workers to be safe and follow the rules.
Oh, yes.
It's very important. Okay, let's keep the tour going.
Okay.
Where are we going now, Toby?
We'll go over into the main shop and kind of see what's going on.
Okay.
I'll take a picture. This is just a smaller version of the one we're looking at. But
I think we're gonna see something exciting.
it's not going to be very exciting.
Well, maybe not for you, it is for you. I don't know.
But basically, we got all kinds of speed. And those self-feeding as well, so it'll go down. So, here's an example. See those square plates right there?
Yes.
And that shaft that's on that pallet, those pieces right there are what those are going to look like.
You know how to
So at some point, these new plates will be in this drill press, and they'll get all those holes put in there.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
All of those are components for purpose.
Oh, cool.
Just specialized components for certain things. So most people, yeah, they're just pieces to a puzzle.
So Kobe, just before we came in, there was a gentleman here, and he had a piece of metal. He made something with his vehicle. Just a private citizen that came in. So it's not only.
Oh, we're back on.
Okay, we lost service for a little bit. So we're back on.
Yeah, we're back on.
So before we move on, what is a typical day for you?
So the first thing we do around here is we kind of make some plans what we're going to do. Like everybody, and you guys clear the course of most of that. There's a lot of
Oh, we just got live again.
we got
Yay.
service back here now.
Yep, we got service.
Okay, sorry we lost service. We're on the building right now, and I actually asked him Toby a question about what they do this today. But Toby, tell us about your story, because you did start here in high school, correct?
Yeah, I started here in high school. Actually, early high school. Degree, machine tool degree as well.
Okay,
So,
that's good to know. Started in high school, so I think that's good for everybody to know that you started in high school, and now Toby is a sophomore here too. So do you keep going, Toby?
now, the other thing is,
Oh, let's go.
is that, like, I'm not the only one here. Bruce, the owner,
Yes.
he started working right down the street, but he's been here for 39 years.
Right.
Koontz. Russell that works in the shop, he started at Koontz. He's been a
Out from Tara Fleetwood and Billy Rygard. They both say hi, Kobe. Hey, Kobe.
we don't love it out here when the sun's not out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yep, we are back on.
What's going on here, Toby?
Well, this is the dry dock where we haul out boats. We don't have anything hauled out right now, but we're working on it. So everybody's got a real horrible task working on it at the moment, but we're getting it done.
So the last time I was here, Toby, there was a giant boat.
The last time that you were here, that boat on the outside that you can barely see out there is the one that was on the dry dock.
Really? Yeah. So the thing is, if I have a boat, like a giant boat like that, and I need you to fix it, what kind of things do you fix? Like a propeller or a hull or anything?
So basically then it comes down to what you expect.
Okay.
Most of the time you need to know both of the water. gotta try and weld that seam.
Okay.
Welding the water is not the best thing.
Okay, that's probably good to know. Okay, what am I gonna do next? Anything else? Oh, I saw this guy yesterday. Who is that? The Ryan was very happy that they're here to tell all you guys about this stuff and work. This building that we are in is actually over the water. And tell us a little bit about that.
You can see those piles or kind of mounds that stick up under there. Those are actually from the early days of Koontz. That all they would do to get rid of their metal shavings is they just cut a hole in the floor and sweep to the hole. And the shavings piled up there to the floor and then poured it back up and cut another hole. So, yeah, those aren't rocks. Those are metal shavings. They look like rocks.
Interesting. But this building is very stable with all these pilings because there's a lot of heavy equipment on top of there. Fascinating, really.
We use it to swing the dry dock out because you see there's a whole bunch of boats right there behind it.
Yes.
So in order for a boat to come in, we
Yeah.
actually swing the dry dock out and kind of point it out that direction.
No way.
Yeah, so we use this
Oh my
little
gosh.
tugboat to pull it out.
This is the littlest tugboat in the world.
I don't know if this
Yeah. This is adorable. Who knew we would find something adorable at Koontz Machine Welding? That's pretty cool. And you told me you run cranes, correct?
not that one. We run this one.
Now look at that crane, and Kobe runs this. So there's so many skills here, Kobe. I mean, running the crane. Oh, I don't know. Glenn, do you have any questions, Kobe, since you are a welding person?
Not yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Those are, I don't know if you can see those propellers that are on the beach right there.
Yes, they're pretty. Yeah,
Those are pretty good sized propellers.
they're huge.
Yeah, those go underneath a tugboat. So those are actually, we go back this way. Those propellers go underneath. We can see one of those tugs that are sitting over there.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, that you guys already looked at.
Oh,
Those are the propellers.
So it's missing a propeller.
Yeah, one of those doesn't have propellers under it. Those are the
So
propellers.
so you'll have to put it when the dry dock is ready. You're gonna have to put it in there, right?
Those two bigger ones we can't haul. They're too big.
How do they get on?
They'll go on to another dry dock similar to this someplace else.
Oh.
A bigger one.
So you work with different companies too. That's to get everything done. You guys work together.
Yeah.
So you do marine. This is obviously marine equipment, but you also said that you've done logging equipment, all kinds of things.
Anything that comes through the door.
So what kind of accomplishments can be valued or rewarded in this field? Like, how do you know that you have done a great job?
Most of the time, most of the people here are really proud of their work that they do. So the finished product is really rewarding.
I just can't imagine that we would ever take for granted the beauty that we have here in our own Coos Bay area.
You guys had a pretty nice day.
We sure did. It just looks like it.
We have a question of how many people do you employ? How many
There's,
people?
15 of us at the moment.
15, nice. It's a good staff size.
Are they trends in the field? I mean, you've been here for, what, 23 years, almost 24 years. See any trends, or is it the same as it was when you started as it is now?
No, it's changed.
How has it changed?
Logging equipment's one of the big things that's changed. Logging equipment has gotten smaller.
Okay.
So the components aren't as valuable. So we don't do as much logging equipment as we used to.
Okay. If you could do it all again, would you choose this occupation? And you love it. That's really cool. You think a lot of high school students, they always, you know, do that hands-on work or you want to work in office. They know at a young age that they like, or they have an aptitude for working on things at home with their parents or in their shops or maybe their neighbors. But what kind of a profile? If someone's going to apply for a job here, do you guys do drug tests?
No.
Okay. But
Bruce is opposed to it. He
Okay.
says that he should go.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Well, it is a big deal that, you know, people are wondering. But safety is important. What other profile? What are you looking for when someone comes to job here?
Well, I mean, with a young kid, it's eagerness to learn and the willingness to learn. An older person, well, then you're looking for, you know, their skill set,
Okay.
what they can do.
So you don't have to know everything to walk in the door the first time. You just have to want to learn. Okay.
The thing about Koontz is that we do such a broad variety of things. The more skills that you have, the more opportunity there is for you to learn. So if you can weld and weld only, that's half of what we do. The other half of what we do is machine work. But a lot of times those two go hand in hand. So if you can do both, you have more options, more use.
Okay, I think I know what welding is, but what is machine work? How do you explain that?
It's a huge variety of things. There's a big roller up front. We'll see if we can get it to work up there. That roller was all turned. It came in out around, not round at all. So you put it in there and you turn it around.
Okay.
Makes it perfectly true on the outside.
Oh, so that's more,
And then you-
more to do with the lathe and all those other. Okay. Oh my
And
God.
like bushings and shafts and stuff like that, a lot of that stuff is oversized and undersized.
Uh-huh.
So it has to be machined to the right size.
Well, I do think it's interesting since I saw that customer, because in my mind, I thought you would, you know, work with big companies, but the fact that you have customers that have, you know, their own specific thing, I think that's something I definitely learned today. I had no idea. Of course, I'm learning a lot. So where should we go, Cody? What else should we do?
We'll work our way back to the shop and see
Okay.
if we can keep service.
Okay, we're going to try to keep service, everybody.
Sounds good.
So what's this for, Kobe? This little boat here. Is that
Just a work barge.
a work? You got a work barge.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Work barge with
Hey, Kobe, do you ever fish out here?
We have.
That would be like a perk. So awesome.
So this is more of a fabrication job. This is a bare axle. And Steve has to
everybody.
put all of those components that are on that one on that one.
Very cool. It seems like you have to have a lot of like problem solving skills. I mean,
This right here is where a young person would start doing. How's that? The fun
Perfect.
stuff around here.
what is it?
Just cleaning up.
Oh yeah, cleaning up. That's actually really important, Colby, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So this arm and stuff that you see is a burning machine. So you can draw stuff on the back side and it'll duplicate what you draw. And those plates were burned on that, but they're just straight plates. But
Can you say that again? What did you just say?
What
It'll
I-
duplicate what you draw? Is that what you said?
yeah, so you can come over here.
Oh my gosh.
So you got a pattern. So you put the pattern down here, obviously with less obstacles, and then this will follow your pattern and burn it out over there.
Oh my gosh. Maybe that's normal for you, but for me, I have no idea.
That's cool.
You guys know all about that.
And someone has a question saying, is your metal work affected by the cold weather?
Is it wet by the cold weather?
By the cold weather, yeah.
No, it's not affected by the cold weather. Only the people doing the work. Just wear more clothes.
That's a good question.
But heat does affect things as far as sizes.
So that is a good question.
Like in the machine work, if you machine something for a long period of time, it makes heat. It'll get warm. And sometimes in some critical situations, you need to wait for that to cool down. It's when you take your final measurements because it'll actually make a change.
So that's a really good question.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But as far as seriousness, it doesn't affect it. This roller has already been welded up. We got completely welded up to the third back screws in the lathe. So I'll show you what it looked like when it got here, and I'll show you one in the middle.
Okay, that'd be interesting. Oh my gosh.
This is what that one you just looked at looked like when it got here. It's got big cable grooves in it. I don't know if you can see those.
So is this still working on that same thing?
This is one that's mid-process. This one's being fixed. So we use the lathe to weld in primarily. So the lathe turns real slow and it holds your welder and it goes around and round, but nothing in this world is a perfect science. So Bruce is patching. By the way, that's the owner of Koontz.
Yeah, everyone, this is the owner, Bruce Thompson. Say
I'm
hello.
Mr. Demery that works here. Hi.
Say hello, Bruce. Thank you for letting us visit your fabulous business here. It's really, really been great. And Toby's doing awesome. You probably know.
So all of these here are lathes. They all have different shapes and sizes. They all kind of have a different purpose.
And can you explain what a lathe is again?
Well, a
For
lathe is
people that
what
might not know what a lathe is.
turns things around. It'll that uneven surface that we were looking at on this roller
Right.
will be nice and true.
Oh, okay.
You can use them for boring and a variety of things. That skeleton looking of the thing there, that's a hydraulic press.
Okay.
You see it there.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
And then this actually, this is a very important piece of machinery here too. This is a hydraulic press as well. So we use this a lot for taking things apart, putting things together. These were old bushings that were pressed out of something. New ones were made and then pressed back in. But this is a special homemade press. It's primarily used for straightening the saw.
What do you mean it's homemade? Who built it?
Who built it?
Yeah.
Bruce,
Yeah?
his father,
No kidding.
another guy, was built down the street at Wilson.
My God.
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
It's all fabricated in machines.
What do you think about that, Brian?
Great.
That's awesome.
This press is 140 tons is what it'll push.
That's quite a bit.
Right.
I can't even fathom what that would be. What's the next one?
So those big chunks out there that you look at,
Yeah.
they're around 300 tons.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So that press can pick up half of one.
That's cool.
Has a lot of force.
Yeah. You don't want to get in that. Very good. Keep going. Keep going.
So both of these are milling machines. This here and this one here. So they are primarily used for cutting keyways, slots, surfacing things flat. So back to so when this comes into the shop, this is just a round piece of steel. So it would go in the lathe, you get all of these steps put in it, you get these threads put on it, and these threads put on it. Then this piece would go in a different lathe. It would be machined to fit on there. And the last step is this would go in the milling machine and have this grease come on it. So you use a variety of machines to do one component.
Oh my God. So, when I walked in here the first time, I was just amazed at how everything is so large. But you have to, you just have to, right? Problem-solving skills. I mean, that's a lot of learning. So, is this thing such a new blend, or is this like what you teach in the high school, or are you mostly just welding and not machining?
So the high school we do more welding and machining.
Okay.
We've been calling it up for years.
Okay.
And so yeah, they'll do threads and they'll take hey,
What's over there? And there's a heister right here, Cody. There's a heister right here. Do you drive that too?
this could be used every day.
Every day. So there's another thing that there's such a variety of skills here.
So these aren't quite as the size of the high school, but they're a little closer. You know, they're not quite as intimidating, and that would be where someone would start. You don't give someone a huge project when they're young.
That's good to know.
Something more than you think they can handle. Actually, a lot of times you don't have to learn it real quick.
Yeah, I would definitely need that. So we have about 5 more minutes, Kobe. Where do we go next? What should we use that last 5 minutes for?
So right here,
Oh, let's go look at this.
so this huge arm is for a log yard.
Oh, how did it get here, though? It's so big.
Well, they brought it on a trailer and loaded it with the crane, but this is the concept of what we do. So this hub here is broken. So this whole thing's broken. So this will have to be carbon darked out, removed, a new piece put in, welded up, and then it'll have to be machined in one of those machines. And
So how will you get that from here to there? Oh,
we had a bigger high school than that one.
okay, cool.
And this is a propeller off of a fishing boat up in Newport. And it's got some spots that are all messed up on it. So it'll get repaired and it'll look all shiny and new when it leaves. Well, I'll try and show you one that's been worked over. a
Okay,
little
let's
bit.
go look at that. And if you have any more questions, please ask, because this is a great opportunity if you're interested and have a question, go ahead. Oh yeah.
So this one's been all shined up and is ready to go
Yep, that looks nice.
out to be used. So
And that feels, you have a feeling of accomplishment when you can give a customer a finished product.
oh yeah, it's rewarding to send something that looks nice like that when it came in all beat up and
Yeah.
horrible looking. So
Very cool.
we live in Coos Bay, Oregon, so we have a lot of inventory
Yes.
because
Oh.
Coos Bay is a day away from everything.
Yes, so if you need something, pretty much you have it.
You have as far as nuts and bolts and stuff like that.
And
but-
they're not little. Can I take this one out?
Yeah.
That's not small.
So inventory is,
Yeah, very important.
trying to have the parts and pieces.
There's a ton of stuff in here.
When you get bored in a machine shop, you make a scrap iron Christmas tree.
Lovely.
I love it.
Do you put lights on? Oh, it has lights
It's
on it.
got lights on it.
Oh, well, it's coming up.
Well, here's more the circa 1914 picture of Koontz
Oh my
Machine.
gosh, so interesting.
So this one, that's the front of Koontz 1922.
That's cool. So Kobe, can you take us out and look at the plaque that we had in front? That was interesting before we end. Oh, we got another picture over here.
So you can't really see it, but this is a picture of a boat on the dry dock that we were down on.
Oh yeah,
Distance.
that's interesting.
I actually had 2 boats working on.
That's a nice big propeller.
Yeah, that's a nice big propeller, and that's Bruce that you guys saw earlier
Oh my
out there a
gosh.
few years ago. How's that? when his hair was a different color.
Yeah. Well, mine is a different color, but.
Yeah, so we can go look at that plaque.
Okay. Back in the inventory room.
Yeah.
Oh, here's some more recognizable inventory.
You recognize that stuff,
Yeah.
huh? Standard nuts and bolts. But in this industry, like there's different nuts and bolts. Like those ones were all different grades than the ones on the other side.
Oh, you got.
Depending on what you're using, you want different strength ones.
Well, that's a lot of work.
Make sure you get our high school student working, see?
What's his name?
Ryan.
Hey, Ryan. Here's the weight. These bronze plaques are throughout Front Street. And I guess, Kobe, you had said that sometimes elementary kids have been on tours here, but obviously a historical building.
Yeah.
And so we're going to wrap this up now. I want to thank Bruce Thompson for allowing us to come visit this business, Koontz Machine Welding. Kobe Green, Scott Foreman, you have been a fabulous host. And Glenn Crick from Marshall High School, who was tagging along with us. And Annabelle and Mo Aker are going to say, Chad, good luck, and hope maybe some of you might be working here someday.